Empowered by Illness, a podcast about genetic disorders. Episode 1, Finding Support Through the Fog. I've been through many hardships in my life, and in some ways, I do believe it was preparing me for this newly found unwanted life. As I fought for answers in the beginning, I also started the process of divorce from a person who was verbally, emotionally, and mentally abusive. So at this time, my support system was toxic, therefore made my fight much more difficult. A support system in this chronic life of ours is the key to succeeding to find help as you keep your mental health strong enough to tell people who aren't listening, doctors, family, friends, etc., there is something wrong. If I wouldn't have paid attention to my children's symptoms, who knows where they would be, and their voices are the ones that need to be heard the most. I am thankful that I am their biggest support because my battles became preparation for theirs. Having a system of backing is more than just a shoulder, even though a shoulder is all you need sometimes. It is also someone saying, I believe you when all others deny you. If you are in the beginning of this long, arduous story of revelation, find that love, that ear, someone who believes you. You know your body better than anyone. If something is wrong, trust yourself enough to believe you. That will be difficult. It definitely was for me. Eventually, I started to believe my ex, those awful doctors who refused to help, and even those so-called friends who ignored my cries. I had to find the strength to tell myself that they are wrong. I knew something wasn't right inside. Quote unquote, normal people do not live trapped in their own bodies. As a person with experience in this, if the only backbone you have is your own, you can do it alone. Place positive post-it notes everywhere. Read something uplifting. Listen to music that sets fire to your soul. Whatever you need to do to remind yourself that you have the power to help you, or your children or parent that may be fighting to find the same answers, and to help them and remind them as well as yourself that you are stronger than you know and more capable than it may appear. Since mental health has a true effect on our physical body, I made sure to find a therapist to help me sift through all of the trauma and treat that in order to help my symptoms. This was a life changer for me. I truly believe that mental wellness is one of the keys to helping individuals living in a life of chronic illness, or anyone in general. So if you are in a toxic environment that does not nurture or hone what you need, and you are already chronically ill, it makes your symptoms a million times worse. I implore you to muster all the strength to leave the situation and find something that will help you heal. The will to find a support system that is not toxic. There are other resources to encourage you to find support also, from others with similar experiences. Groups that meet with each other if they don't have a support system at home. This information can be found at hospitals, some doctors' offices, preferably specialists have different pamphlets that can show you different resources in order to help you figure that out. There are also social media sites that can help if you have a diagnosis. There are special groups for certain disorders or just chronically ill support groups on Facebook, Instagram, or other social media platforms. Also, your insurance company has a multitude of resources at your disposal. Request a case manager from them. This was a weight off of my shoulders after my son was diagnosed with Fabry disease. I had been on the phone with so many doctors' offices, trying to find the right specialist, trying to find him help. It was difficult to sift through all of that, along with taking care of him, my daughter, the house, the animals, myself. So once I figured out I could get a case manager from the insurance company, it was hands down the best decision I could have made. They help with finding payment assistance, helping you find specialists, doctors, and a multitude of other issues we were having. They helped me sift through. If the mental load we are carrying is lightened in any slightest way, it is truly beneficial, and I fully encourage you to seek out any resources you can find. You can also contact me with any questions you have through the Spotify platform, as well as my blog site, mommymadness35.wixsite.com/my-site. I will be on YouTube soon, and you can contact me through that platform once I've set up. Finding support through the fog is not impossible. You are not alone. Until next time, keep fighting that fight, and remember to be good to you. When subscribing to Empowered by Illness, you are not only spreading awareness of genetic disorders and chronic illness, but helping our family with medical bills and everyday necessities. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for subscribing to Empowered by Illness.